Within this lecture, we're going to see what is Firebase and how we can use it in our apps. And of course, we're going to start creating our Firebase project as well. So, Firebase is a cloud server system and a back-end system, and it's supported by Google, and it's widely popular amongst developers for iOS, for Android, and for web as well. So it can work in iOS, Android, and web, and it can work in those platforms simultaneously. So if you're building an app like a Twitter app, and if you want an Android version, and if you want an iOS version, and if you want a web version, you can use Firebase, and you can actually collect every data into one single database, and this database will be stored on Google servers. So you either have a local server or a cloud server, okay? If you have a local server, then you're storing data in your own phone, in your SD card. So it doesn't do good in kind of cases where you want to interact with other people. So people won't see your data because it will be stored on your device. But if you store your data in a cloud server, like when you communicate with internet, when you send the data to a server, and when you request that data back from server, then people can communicate with each other. People can see with their tweets, people can see their Instagram photos, so people can see the other people's data as well. Of course, you can reach this with a regular server as well, like a MySQL server, but then you're gonna have to have some back-end knowledge and back-end services and functions in order to communicate with that server. So Firebase is also a back-end service, like it's a cloud server as well. So it comes with its own SDK, okay, and it's supported by Google, so it has a very good documentation, it has a very good SDK, so that you can have your own server, you can have your own storage, you can have your own user module like authentication, and you can have an SDK, a really great SDK, so that you can communicate with that service inside your app with your code. So it makes your life very easy if you're a developer. So this is why it's very popular. And of course, one of the other reasons is that it comes with a free version. So you start free, and after you reach a certain volume, then you start paying for Firebase. So if you're a developer, of course, this is a very good opportunity for you to create your own social apps where you can interact with internet, where you can interact with other people, and not pay for it until you reach a certain volume, with great SDK support and every other module that I cannot think of right now. So it's widely used, and there are of course a lot of security rules and security aspects of this Firebase as well. And if it's not properly configured, then it's going to be a problem, and that's what we're going to see within this section. And in order to do that, I suggest you go to firebase.google.com and sign in with your own Google account. As you can see, I'm signed in. If you don't have a Gmail, you can just open one without paying for it, and you have to click on this Go to Console, and it will show you this recent project dashboard. And most probably you won't see any projects over here, but it's fine. As you can see, I have some existing projects on my dashboard, and all I want to do is just click and add a new project. Click this plus button over here, and then we're going to create our first project together. So make sure you open this, and it will ask you for your project name. So I'm gonna name mine like Twitter app or secure Twitter app. Okay, like this, secure tweet app. So you're free to choose your own name. You can just name it whatever you want, since we are doing this for test. So make sure you name it something, and it will generate a unique ID for you. And then later on, it will ask you if you want to add your Firebase project like a Google Analytics support. So Google Analytics is a great tool in order to track your app metrics, like if somebody's downloading it, if somebody's using it. So you can just track it, but I'm not gonna enable this because it will complicate things. I don't need it right now, so I'm just gonna skip this. Okay, make sure you turn it off. So later on I'm going to create my project like this. We're gonna have to wait a little bit until it's finished, and then we will be ready to embed this in our project. Of course, we don't even have a project right now. We're gonna do that together as well. By the way, I'm going to continue with Android version this time, because in order to develop iOS applications you need MacBooks. So if you don't have MacBooks, then it would be a problem for you. So I'm going to continue with Android. So make sure you see the screen. If you don't see it, you can come back and just click on your latest project like this. Okay, and if you see the screen, as you can see, there are a couple of buttons over here asking for like adding Firebase to your own platform. So as you can see, we can add it for iOS, and we can add it for web and Android as well. Of course, we're going to do this for Android at this point, but after you embed it to one platform, you're free to add the same project to other platforms, so that you can have one collective database across all platforms. It's very good. So I'm gonna go for Android. However, I don't have any project right now, so it will ask me for my package name like this. Okay, I don't even have my package name right now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna stop here, and within the next lecture we're going to create our own project, and then we're going to come back over here and give the related